Hello NMMS aspirants, welcome to Tej Academy. I am Kirtana, your physics tutor. So, before going to our today's session, let me share you about the NMMS 2025 test series recently launched our Tej Academy app. So, this test series offers you chapter-based tests. So, for every chapter you will be getting good amount of questions to solve and 10 mock tests. So, through this 10 mock tests, you will experience the real exam atmosphere. And once you complete your mock test, you will get instant results and performance analysis. So, through this results and performance analysis, you will identify weak areas to improve. And this enables you to understand time management. Ultimately, it boosts your accuracy and confidence. So, to join our free classes, WhatsApp us at this number. And to get this test series without any delay, download our Tej Academy app from the Play Store. Let's move on to our session. So in today's session, we will be solving questions from the chapter Motion and Time. This is from class 7. As you all know, we will be having 12 questions from physics. So out of these 12 questions, maximum of 2 questions are from this chapter. So let's start our solving. The first question says the distance covered by an object in unit time. Let's see the options. First one is saying rest. Is it rest? You have heard about this rest in class 6. What does rest mean? If an object is not moving with respect to time. If it is not moving, how can it cover distance? So this is not our option. And the next option is motion. What is motion? If an object is covering a distance in the given time, then it is motion. But it is not talking about how much distance is covered in the given time. So this is not our answer. And the next one is speed. Speed is the distance covered by an object in unit time. We usually say, right, the car is moving with more speed. How we will say? If it covers more distance in the short time, we will say it is moving with more speed. So, speed is our answer. Time is not the answer. So, the distance covered by an object in unit time is called speed. The second question says, the motion of an object whose speed is constant over the time is known as what? So, it is asking if an object is moving with constant speed, then such kind of motion what we call. So, first let us understand constant speed. We will consider an example. If this is you, suppose one of your friends' home. Let us name this as Y and this is X. Suppose these two are friends. So, he wants to go to his home. So, if it is 2 meters away and he will just reach in 2 seconds, and these two friends combinedly goes to some other house Z. That is also 2 meters distance and they will go in 2 seconds. They are so enthusiastic to go and play. So they are moving in just 2 seconds, 2 meters. Now let us calculate their speeds. Okay. So in the previous slide we discussed what is speed. Speed is equals to distance upon time. What distance is covered in given time. Let us calculate here. So, y going to x, what is his speed? So, s1 is equals to 2 meter by 2 seconds, which is 1 meter per second. Again, from x to z home, s2 is equals to 2 meters upon 2 seconds, which is equals to 1 meter per second. So, if you see here the speed is same, here the speed is same. If he continues his motion in this way, then his speed is becoming same. So let us see the options now. Uniform motion. Uniform motion, you have heard this term in your class 6. What is uniform motion? If an object covers equal distance in equal interval of time. Here what is happening in our example? He is covering equal distance 2 meters in 2 seconds. Here also 2 meters in 2 seconds. So what is happening here? Our speed is also constant. When you are covering equal distances in equal time, your speed will be also same. So This is uniform motion, right? So uniform motion is the correct answer. Non-uniform motion. Non-uniform motion means if an object do not cover equal distance in equal interval of time. That is non-uniform motion. Rest means he is not at all moving. Let's move on to next question. The third question says the motion of an object whose speed keeps changing. So in the previous question we have studied if the speed is constant then it is uniform motion. But here speed is changing. So ultimately it is not uniform motion, right? Then non-uniform motion. As I told in the previous case, non-uniform motion is if an object covers unequal distance in the given time, in equal intervals of time, then it is non-uniform motion. So in case of non-uniform motion, if you are covering different distance in the same time, then speed also changes. So this is the correct answer. Rectilinear motion. What is rectilinear motion? If an object is moving in a straight line, that is called rectilinear motion. This you have studied in class 6. And none of the above is not the answer. So our answer is non-uniform motion. Next question. Which of the following does not comes under uniform motion? Now you are clear with uniform motion, right? If an object moves equal distance in equal intervals of time, then it is called uniform motion. Otherwise you can say that if an object is moving with constant speed, then it is also uniform motion. Now out of these cases which is not uniform motion, we should find out. Let us see. Minute hands of a clock. If you see minutes hand of a clock, for every minute it will cover 60 seconds. Like if for 1 minute it covers 60 seconds, for the next minute also it goes the same. So this is uniform motion. It is asking does not comes under uniform motion. So this is not the answer. Next, pendulum. So let me tell you what is pendulum. So pendulum will be having a metallic ball. We call this as bob. This is suspended by a thread. Have you seen pendulum anytime? We often see pendulum in the clock towers. Next time whenever you see clock towers, you do notice this pendulum. Okay. So what this pendulum does? So pendulum, if you give some force here, it will move to some point A and come back here and again moves here B and comes here. So this kind of motion, like let us take this as point O. So if it is moving from point O to A to O, O to B and B to O, and this motion keeps on repeating until this comes to rest, which means this is covering the same distance in the given time. Like this motion, suppose this complete motion it takes some time 10 seconds. In the next 10 seconds also it will do the same motion. So this is also comes under uniform motion. So this is not our answer. Next, earth rotation. So you all know that earth rotates on its own axis, right? The time taken is 24 hours. One day it will take. It won't change like today 1 day, next day 1 day, 1 hour. It won't change. So this is also comes under uniform motion. So this is not our option. Next, a car moving in a busy road. So I think all you have experienced this. When you are in a traffic, sometimes your father will slow down the car. If there are no vehicles, he will increase the speed, which means you are covering different distances in the same interval of time. So this is non-uniform motion. So it does not comes under uniform motion. Moving on to a fifth question. Simple pendulum undergoes which kind of motion? First, let me explain you how simple pendulum does its motion. Then we will get the answer. So simple pendulum, as explained in the previous slide, it will be suspended by a thread and it will be having a bob. Now let us indicate this position as point O. This is point O, and if you apply some force, it will move to point A and comes back to point O and comes here to some point B, and again it goes here, and this motion will be repeated till the bob comes to rest. So what is happening here? First it is moving from O to A to O to B, and B to O. This kind of covering distance, like going from here to here, coming back here, here to here, and here. This complete distance, or this complete distance it covered, it is called one oscillation. Okay, one oscillation. And the time taken to cover this, it is called time period. So, if this distance is covered in some 10 seconds, then again to cover this distance, it takes again 10 seconds. Which means after certain period of time, the motion is getting repeated. So, that kind of motion, we call it as periodic motion. So, the simple pendulum undergoes periodic motion. So, circular motion. Is it going circular motion? We are just moving like this, coming back. Where the circle is forming? No, right? This is not circular motion. Rectilinear motion. As I told in the before, rectilinear motion means moving in a straight line. So, this is not our answer. And periodic motion. As I explained, simple pendulum undergoes periodic motion. So, this is our correct answer. Random motion means we cannot define the motion whether it is circular or rectilinear. So this is not random motion. This is defined, right? So this is not our answer. So simple pendulum undergoes periodic motion. Moving on to the next question. Which of the following statement is incorrect? It is asking which statement is incorrect. It is suspended by a thread. Yes, we have seen in the previous slide. It is asking incorrect. No, this is correct. So, this is not our answer. It undergoes non-uniform motion. It is undergoing uniform motion, right? Because it is covering the distance in the given period of time. The same distance. As I explained in the previous slide, it undergoes oscillation, right? The oscillation will be covered in a fixed time that we call time period. So, this is not the correct statement about the pendulum. So this is our answer. It has metallic ball called as bob. It undergoes uniform motion. So simple pendulum does not undergoes uniform motion. Next question. So the seventh question says that a simple pendulum takes 40 seconds to complete 20 oscillations. We need to calculate the time period. As I have already told, the time taken to complete some number of oscillations in the given time, we call it as time period, right? So, let us write the formula first. Time period is equals to number of oscillations upon time taken. So, what we have given in our question, it is saying that it took 40 seconds to do 20 oscillations, which means in the previous slide, I have told you, this is one oscillation. Like this, in the question we are discussing, they are telling like this, it has got 20 oscillations. For the 20 oscillations, how much time it taken? For the 20 oscillations, it took 40 seconds. We have to find the time period. So, number of oscillations is 20 divided by 40. 0, 0 cancel. 2 1s are 2 2s are. So, 1 by 2, which is equals to 0.5 seconds. So, let us see. 1 second? No. 1.5 second? No. 2 seconds? No. What we got? 0.5 seconds. So this is our answer. So whenever you got a question about time period, you should notice how many seconds they have given, how many oscillations. Next question. Identify the ancient time measuring devices. Now we all are using watches and all for time, right? In the ancient days when there is no technology, how they used to measure time. That is given in our textbook, okay? So it is asking out of these options which is the ancient. Wristwatch. Wristwatch is not ancient. Okay. So this is not the answer. Sundial. Let us keep this option. Let us see other options also. Quartz clocks. This is the most accurate clocks we are using in nowadays. So this is not the answer. Ultimately, all of the above is also not done. So sundials. So you to know more about this, you see it in your textbook. This will be there. Okay. Next question. The basic unit of time. Basic unit of time. So we can say time in hours, minutes, milliseconds, seconds, right? But the basic unit, in which unit we more usually express time? In physics, in SI system, the unit of time is seconds. So our answer is seconds. Next question. Which of the following relations is correct? So we have discussed in the first question what is speed. What is speed? Speed is equals to distance upon time. Let us see. Here it is saying speed equals to distance into time. Is it correct? No. Speed equals to distance upon time. Yes, this is correct. And here it is saying speed is equals to time by distance. No, this is wrong. Speed is equals to 1 by distance into time. This is also wrong. So only our correct is option this one. Let us see in which option it is there. 192, 192. Only 2 is correct. 1 is not correct. So this is not the option. Only 2. So if we see here, only 2 is correct. So this is our right answer. Only 4? No. All of the above not possible. Next question. Next. The basic unit of speed. We know speed is equals to distance upon time. So, one of our question is what is the basic unit of time, right? What is the basic unit? Seconds. So, the denominator will be seconds. Let us see. Here in these options, we have only in one case seconds. So, this is our answer. So, in any case, you are not known what is the basic unit of distance. Like this, eliminating the options also you can do. So, from here, the basic unit of speed means first we need to find out basic unit of distance also. So, from this question, we learned basic unit of distance is meter. So, the basic unit of speed is meter per second. Next question. The distance between two stations is 320 kilometers. A train takes 4 hours to cover this distance. It is taking 4 hours. What is the speed of the train? Okay. First, let us take this is station A and this is station B. So, the distance is 320 kilometers and it is taking 4 hours to cover. Okay. We already know what is speed. Speed is equals to distance upon time. We have distance, we have time. We will just substitute and solve. So, distance is 320 kilometers divided by 4 hours. So, 4 ones are 4 8s are and 0. So, 80 kilometer per hour. So, let us see the options. 8 kilometers? No, we got 80. So this is not. 16? No. 80. 80 is the answer. 160? No. So this is very simple, right? Whenever you get a question on this speed, just put the values. So the 13th question, a car moves with a speed of 50 kilometers per hour in 2 hours, for 2 hours. So this car is moving with this much speed for 2 hours and then it is moving this speed in for 3 hours. So we have to calculate total distance traveled by the car. So first, let us say the car is moving from A to B for 2 hours with the speed 50 km per hour. And from B to C, it is moving 80 km per hour in 3 hours. So, first we will find here how much distance, let us take it is D1. Here how much distance, let us take it D2. And if we add, we will get the total distance. Okay. Now, speed is equals to distance upon time. Right. So, here we have given speed. Speed is 50, which is equals to distance we don't know, let it be D1 divided by time we know 2. So D1 is equals to 50 into 2. How much? 100. So 100 kilometers. Next, here the car is moving with 80 kilometer and 3 hours. Let us substitute the same here also. So 80 is equals to D2 upon 3. So D2 is equals to 3 into 80. 8 3s are how much? 24 into this 10. 0. So now we have D1 and D2. So the total distance D is equals to D1 plus D2. So D is equals to 100 plus 240, which is equals to 340 kilometers. 240 here we have 240. This is not the answer. 340. This is not the answer. This is. So our answer is 340. So whenever you get such kind of questions, you make a diagram like this and use the formula and solve. Next question. Convert 18 km per hour into meter per second. Let us convert. 18 kilometers per hour. 18 kilometers per hour is equals to dash meter per second. So first you need to know 1 kilometer equals to how many meters? 1000 meters. And 1 hour is equals to how many seconds? First let's come from minutes. Okay. 1 hour will be having 60 minutes. And 1 hour will be having 60 minutes, right? So 1 minute will be having how many? 60 seconds. So in 1 hour we will be having 60 into 60 seconds, which is equals to 6 into 6, 36 and 2 zeros. This many seconds we will be having in an hour. So let us substitute these values here. So 18 kilometer per hour is equals to 18 into 1 kilometer is 1000 meters. 1000 meters divided by 1 hour is this much seconds. 3600 seconds. So 2 zeros will cancel. 18 ones are and 18 twos are and 2 ones are 2 5s are, right? So 5 meter per second is the answer. So we are having 10 meter per second. No, 5 meter per second. This is wrong. and this is also wrong. Our answer is 5 meter per second. So whenever you get a conversion question, you should substitute these values. Next question. Which of the following statements are correct about the given graph? The object is moving with constant speed. Let us see. The motion of the object is uniform, non-uniform, object is rest. So, in this diagram, let us take this as point A and let us take this as point B. So, if you take some points like this, if this is C and this is D, if you see this distance and this distance are same, this time and this time are same, which means it is covering equal distances in equal intervals of time. So, when an object covers equal distance in equal intervals of time, speed is constant. We have seen this in second MCQ. So, speed is constant. This is right. When speed is constant, it means it is in uniform motion also. See, it is covering equal distance in equal times. So, this is also correct. The motion of object is non-uniform. When it is uniform, how can it be non-uniform? No, it is not. And the object is at rest. If it is rest, it should be here itself. It won't move anywhere. With the time, it will be there only. So, this is not the option. So, B and C, no. A and C, yes, this is our answer. These are not our answers. So, that's all for today, students. I hope you enjoyed the session. For more sessions, keep tuned to our Tej Academy YouTube channel. Happy learning.